So did you have elementary day when you were in Georgia?
Yes.
Oh, I did. Okay. So
Yeah.
then, what do you like most about elementary days?
I like that it's an opportunity to bring an elementary school kid, boy or girl, into Reed Arena. This might be their first time on campus. Might be their first time in the gym. Might be their first time watching a women's basketball game. So what an opportunity for them to say, hey, I want to go to school at Texas A&M. Hey, I want to be an athlete. I want to be a student athlete. I want to come back to a women's basketball game and bring my mom and my sisters and brothers and my dad. So what a great opportunity for them to see that. I think our young ladies do a great job of modeling what it is to be a student athlete. So I'm excited about having them come on our campus and see what we do. It's going to be loud. It's a ton of fun. I'm going to have my earplugs and take some Excedrin migraine before the game tips. But just excited about the environment that it's going to create.
The fact that you have two young girls. I mean, I know they've been around basketball all the time, but does that make it a little more? You are a woman in women's basketball. You also have two daughters. Does that add to the plus?
It does. Right now, what it adds to is that my 7-year-old is begging to miss school because her school is not coming. And so she keeps asking me, can she come to the game? And I'm like, no. And she said, well, when I was at Georgia, I came and I said, you weren't in school either. So it's a little bit different now. You cannot come. So that's what's adding to that conversation. But no, I think it's, for me, growing up, when I turned on the TV and saw women's basketball, I saw female coaches and I saw a ton of male coaches too. And I think anytime they can come and for the young women who are going to be there, they can see someone, JC and Drew see someone every day who is doing something at a high level. I think the dream is what you make it. So for us, it's our responsibility and it's a chance for us to present choices. That's all we want to do, is to let them know there is a choice for you to do this or not. But whatever it is you decide to do, you get to shape what it looks like, not the narrative that somebody else has created or the box that you get put in sometimes as a woman, as a female. And so I think there's a lot of great role models in all types of fields and in respective career opportunities where women have really come to the forefront.
You guys are in the middle of a big homestand right now, and you're not going to do a lot of traveling at all in December.
Yeah.
So I guess just how much of a relief is that to just kind of have this stretch where you are at home?
Sleeping in our own bed. No, I think it's really good. Obviously, finals is packed in the middle of that, so that's still going to be high stress for our young ladies. Finals are really hard, and this time of year is important academically, always is. But it's comforting, number one, to be at home, but really just to play in front of our fans. This is a great time to continue to grow our fan base, for them to come to some home games around the holidays and see us play against some really good teams at home.
What's kind of the mindset or goal when you look at you're not traveling until basically when conference play starts? So what do you want to accomplish in this time?
For us, the conversation has just been to continue to take the next step, right? How do we move the needle? How do we take the next step? And we say it all the time. You're either taking a step forward or you're taking a step backwards, but you're not staying in place, because really, if you're staying in place, you're moving backwards. And so take the next step forward, no matter who it is that's in front of you. Continue to take care of business at home, protect your home court. That's why those 3 games on the road were so important. Being in Cal and then going straight to Wake, playing 3 true road games was so important, because we knew coming out of that we wouldn't have another opportunity to do it until we open up conference play.
Today I talked about taking advantage of some of the low-hanging fruit still.
Say it again.
Today I talked about the low-hanging fruit
Yeah.
that y'all are still trying to take advantage of. What are some of those things you're still looking to clean up a little bit?
We foul too much, right? I think a lot of our fouls are silly fouls. They're frustration fouls. They're, open floor, hot stove, hand check fouls. That's low-hanging fruit that we can clean up. I think we can still do a better job of offensive rebounding. I know that might sound picky considering how well we do it now, but I still think we don't go consistently enough. And I think there's some things offensively we can do to get more points in transition. So there's a few things low-hanging that we still have. They've attacked a lot of them. Give them credit for that. They've really done a good job of addressing a lot of them. But there are a few things that I think we can be elite in. We're good in, but we can be elite in.
Your defense has just continued to stand out, especially over this last stretch of five wins in a row. And Tania and Lauren both said, when I asked them about what's been working so well for your defense, and they said, Coach Joni. So what do you feel like has been working so well for them?
I think they're getting better. I think we're more disciplined in our approach, and the results speak for itself. So we continue to just talk about, like, this is where we need to finish in this category. This is what it needs to look like. It's not a secret that if you come be a part of our program, we're going to defend at a high level. It is who we are, it is the identity of our team. And that is something that you've got to be bought into. And if you're not going to play. It just, there's no other way around that, because it's so important. And I think they have bought into it. They get excited about it. You even look at the Kansas game. A lot of our offense in the fourth quarter was predicated on getting a defensive stop or getting a steal that led to a layup or a transition basket that opened things up for us. And so we understand the importance of it, and they are excited about it.
I know you probably don't pay attention to this, but your team's receiving votes in the AP poll. Just you look at where the team came from last year. Would you have expected kind of early success this season?
I think that for us, we knew we had a chance to do some good things. That still is yet to be proven if we're going to. Yes, we have taken tremendous strides, right? We have 7 wins. We had 7 wins total last year. Great job. But I think for us, it is dream big, focus small. So no, we don't talk about rankings. We don't look at rankings. I'm not going to say we don't care about that, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we're a long way from finishing. So shame on us if we start reading about ourselves. Like, we've got to keep our head down, look and focus on what it is in front of us, and that's getting better every single day. I'm super proud of what they have done. I want them to be able to enjoy what they've done, given how challenging last year was. But we can't get caught up in it because nobody else is. And every time we step on the floor to practice and step on the floor to play a game, it's how can we get better and put ourselves in a position to continue to get better and compete.
How do you feel like some of your players, returners from last year, have handled that? Just having that difference. I know we talked about it after y'all won at Cal, but now that it's becoming a consistent pattern of, hey, we're definitely capable of this. How have you seen those players handle it?
I think they've handled it really well. I think they're excited about it. But we are constantly talking about slippage, right? We don't want slippage. We don't want slippage in our performance. We don't want slippage in our thought process, like just no slippage. And so we do a pretty good job of reminding them of the growth areas that we still need to take that keep them grounded.
And then just on Lamar, kind of what are some of the keys against them, that maybe some of the challenges they present, what you guys need to focus on?
They're a really good team. Right now, Lamar's picked to be in the NCAA tournament. They're picked to win their conference and be in the tournament. Aqua obviously played here. She's one of the most decorated players that's ever come through this program, and she does a tremendous job. They compete at a high level. They've already had competition against Autonomy 5, Power 5 opponents, so they will walk in here battle-tested, ready to go. They defend at a high level. It is impressive. It is elite, and it gets my attention as soon as my eyes look at the film. Then offensively, Dean and Davis, their duo and their package is just unbelievable what they do offensively. Dean is a high-level Dean is a high-level post player who just really owns the paint, dominates the paint, and Davis has been, preseason player of the week twice already in their conference, and she just, with the ball in her hands, can get downhill. She shoots the 3. So we've got to do a great job on both of them and everyone else, and then be ready to take care of the basketball. They force like 22 turnovers a game. That gets your attention. They press, they're stingy, they're aggressive. So it's going to be a really good game on Wednesday. I'm excited to bring Aqua back home and for her to have a chance to come back to Reed Arena. We're going to have our hands full.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thanks, George.
What school does your 7-year-old go to?